Hey folks, Dr. McCarthy here, and I want to welcome you to my video. We're going to blast this out to our whole family. This is really cool stuff. I've got a good friend of mine, one of the most knowledgeable functional medicine doctors in the world. Dr. Joel Rosen is going to join us today, and he's going to talk about this wonderful new video series that he has coming up that all of you need to be watching. This is a game changer. This is life-changing information. Dr. Rosen, he's a good buddy of mine. I've known Joel maybe 10 years now. He's the founder of thetruthAboutAdrenalFatigue.com. And you need to check this site out. He also has his own podcast, Your Adrenal Fix. Joel is at the cutting edge of functional medicine. And what he's going to talk about here is a lot of stuff that's dealing with genetics. And we've all heard about this genetic stuff. You see the commercials on TV. Dr. Rosen and Dr. Thomas are going to get together, and what they're going to do is put this in plain English so that all of you folks can understand exactly what you need to do. Joel, thank you for joining us.
Hey, the intros get better and better each time we go through these, you know. Thanks so much, Rob. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, I wish I had enough money. I always joke around where I would do a commercial right after the commercial where people find out about their ancestry. You've seen them, I've seen them. Like, you know, find out where your family's from. I always wish I could have enough to put a commercial on to say, hey, and once you find out, you know, where you're from, why don't you learn a little bit of why your genetics have autoimmunities in your family, or why is there cardiovascular problems in your family, or why does, you know, all of the Rosens have anxiety and depression and mood disorders and compulsions and addictions? Because it's those same genetic tests, Rob, that tell you about your family background, that tell you about your predisposition for certain chronic conditions that a lot of the people you see and a lot of people that I see are dealing with. And it could really be the 1 or 2 points of distinction that they're missing out on that could make the difference to unlocking their chronic health problem, and they're so close yet so far away. So we really felt that we needed to put this course together, like you said, to put it in plain English and to really remove a lot of the contradicting advice you hear, like do this but don't do that, but then you hear do that but don't do this. So that's what we've decided to do.
And you got a 6-part series, right? It's like once a week for 6 weeks.
Yep, that's absolutely correct. We wanted to make it so that it would be live and interactive, so that we would be able to do it like a course. You're taking a course. It's going to be on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. We're still sort of juggling with that, maybe 8:30, but we want to make sure the Western Coast people can get on there. So this is Eastern time. And we'll have PDFs and handouts, things that you can ask your doctor in order to speak the proper language, or even give the doctor the litmus test to ask them certain poignant questions. If they can answer properly, you know that they are knowledgeable, because a lot of doctors aren't knowledgeable and they're kind of dabbling in it, and they'll give them basic advice like, okay, like take folic acid, and you know, if they say that, that's really a no-no. But sometimes, yeah, that's like a tell, right? That's when you know they have like a 2 and a 3 in their poker hand. But I would also say too that just taking methylfolate, a lot of people that know about this stuff, MTHFR, just taking methylfolate, they think that they've crossed it off and I've dealt with it and I could turn the chapter, or they think that they don't have an MTHFR alteration and it's not a problem. So we really want to make it interactive on Tuesdays, and then we're also including a bonus, which would be a live Facebook private group on Thursdays, where they'll be able to ask John and myself questions up to 45 minutes to an hour, which that alone by itself, you know, is worth a lot of value between, you know, what John does and what I do. So it's going to be a really, each week's going to build on the next week. It's going to be completely recorded for people. So if they can't attend, they'll have lifetime access to the modules, and all the doctors are going to be on the call too, so that they can learn themselves, so that they can help their patients too.
Excellent. Now I've got, you know, probably not as many as you, Joel, but I've got like maybe 12,000 followers on Facebook.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But that means that there's so many different kinds of people out there. So someone's watching this video, they're going, well, how do I know if I should be watching this? Who should watch this video? Who needs to see this?
Yeah, and well, listen, you know, I know you focus a lot on fibromyalgia, and you know how it sometimes gets to be one of those diagnoses of exclusion, like, hey, we can't figure this out, we can't figure that out, so we'll just sort of slap this name on it. And it's really for the chronic condition patient, you know, who has that cluster of can't deal with stress the same way that they used to. They're overwhelmed, they're anxious, they don't focus, they don't concentrate, they have brain fog. They crash in the middle of the day. They don't have energy. They wake up exhausted like it's Groundhog Day. They don't necessarily fall asleep right away. They wake up several times throughout the night. They have autoimmune problems. They've been told that their blood tests are normal. I know a lot of people saying, me. Like all of those things are going on, and they're frustrated, right? They're frustrated where they're looked at by not just their doctor, but their peers, their loved ones, their significant others, and they're told, you know, they're not so much believed anymore. They really, you know, what's going on here? Why can't you just put it together? And why can't you just get better? And why can't you just go home and rest and relax? And these people are trying. They're doing everything that they can. They're going gluten-free and dairy-free, and they're doing autoimmune protocols, and they have, you know, their little factory of supplements that just, they don't need more, they need less. And it's for those that they're not moving the needle. They've maybe plateaued, they got a little bit better, or got, you know, getting worse. You know, they're putting a lot of work into their recovery, and it's not commensurate with what they're getting out of it, and they're frustrated and they're overwhelmed, and they're scared that, hey, if I don't get this fixed now, what's it going to look like in the next year to 2 years? And, you know, I don't want to be a burden to my loved ones. I am not stepping up to the plate. I may not be employable, and my family goes out while I stay home. And my mother, who's 80 years old, can run circles around me. You know, it's that type of person that we're looking to support. Yeah.
That's awesome. So basically, everybody with any kind of chronic health problem needs to be watching this. Anybody that's got genes, right?
Yeah, anyone who's got DNA should be watching this, that are dealing with, you know, a problem that they know could be better. They know that something's missing, and they maybe don't know about MTHFR. They've never heard of it, or those that are really the seasoned vets and have gone down that rabbit hole a long time ago, and still there's information to glean in there and to be able to extract and be able to get a couple of, you know, 1 or 2 distinctions that will make the difference between them. I always say, Rob, they're so close yet so far.
Yeah. And that's what this is all about. We're going to be able to take people so much closer. We're going to bring, you know, hold them by the hand, walk them down the road, help them figure out their own specific issues.
It's customized. And you know what's really cool? John's put together a couple bonuses, like shopping lists, like foods that you can do that are specific to your genetics, the proper supplements, being able to, you know, a list of questions to ask your doctor, lots of really great stuff. And what I would say too, Rob, is that we were figuring out what should we price this at, so that it's doable for someone who is overwhelmed and perhaps hasn't been working. And our retail price is $695, but right now it's the launch phase. And so we're giving everyone who gets in before Tuesday night at 11:59, $300 off right now. So it's $395 right now. And then come Wednesday, the 20th, it goes up to $495. So we really encourage your listeners to get in right now while they can still save a lot of money on this and really get the benefit. I mean, you can't put the value, you can, $395 is not inexpensive, but at the same time, there's no value on being able to do your life the way you want to on your terms.
That's excellent. I'll get this video up on my Facebook page, and then I'll put a link in the comments section.
Yeah.
When folks click on that link, they can get to that. And if they click it before tomorrow at midnight, they get that discount.
Correct. Exactly. And they'll still get, you know, if they don't, on Wednesday, it'll still be $4.95. The bonuses alone, like we looked at the, you know, what we do in terms of an hourly times 2 for, you know, 45 minutes times 6. That's, you know, it's still worth, you know, about 4,500 just with the Q&As alone. Plus, you know, yeah, plus the idea of lifetime value. A lot of people who put these courses together, Rob, they say you can have access to the course for the next 2 months or the next 8 weeks. But then they say expire. So it doesn't expire at all. It's going to be them. And we even say when we update it and we do the 2.0, the 3.0, they'll still have access to the new ones that we come up with going down the line too.
That's awesome. I appreciate you doing that for my family here. Yeah,
no, I appreciate you announcing this, and I look forward to you know, helping people that are you know a couple degrees away from getting their life back.
Excellent. You're the man.
Awesome. Thanks, Dr. Rob.
Thank you, Joel. I'll
Take
see you
care.
soon, buddy.